Happy 2025. Today, I'm gonna show y'all that it's the little things that's gonna keep you catching fish during the winter. The word tells us in Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpen iron. So let one man sharpen another. And so with that being said, I'm gonna make sure that my followers got a sharp knife. Y'all stay tuned for that.
Welcome to Walking on Water. I'm Anthony. My channel is about fishing, fellowship, and faith. See, God created this world for us and gave us all the senses we need to dwell here. I'm just trying to show you another way, the way He intended. If this interests you, then I'll tell you like Christ told Simon Peter, follow me and I'll make you a fisherman of men. Facts. So are you coming?
Yeah, they there. Good load.
Gosh. Method works.
Always stay close to the promises of God.
Welcome back to another episode of Walking on Water. It's wintertime. It is cold. So, first off, let me say I want to thank you for all the thumbs up for my last video. We reached 3,000. That's why y'all seeing this video. I kept my word. And so whenever you want to see more videos, just give the video a thumbs up and I'll work on it. First, I want to say for the 2025, I want to thank all my subscribers, all the support that you all have been giving me. And, you know, some of y'all been sending me cash apps and everything. Say, hey, here's some gas money. Hey, I appreciate it. Every little bit counts. And that's what, I think that's the point of this video today. It's the little things that make a difference to keep you catching fish in the winter. Just got some things to think about. So I just want to say, hey, I appreciate all of you who support what I'm doing. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be doing this. And so let's get into it. You know, first things first, in the wintertime, you have to find stable water. Now, I did a video on how to find stable water, and it's basically go to your deepest water on your lake, because that's going to be more stable. If you haven't seen that winter video, I suggest you go back to that video, and really I go into details of what stable water is so you get a better understanding. Now, since I already talked about stable water, we know we're gonna go to deep water. We're gonna see how to set up on these fish. And y'all can see I'm out in the middle of the lake, in the deepest water. I'm just gonna cruise around until I start seeing fish. Now we're looking at my 2D. You can see we have 41 foot of water. Water temp is 45 degrees. We got bait fish around 30 feet. Got a few arches. So we're in an area where we have found fish. Now, remember that I said it's the little things that matter. So I want y'all to see this. I'm gonna pause. So remember I was talking about the little things? And so you need to know how many species you have in your water. You gotta know how bass operate, how catfish operate, and how crappie operate. Now, I'm gonna give you a good clue. When you're passing over and you're scanning your fish, a lot of times on your 2D, you'll see streaking. Like instead of it being one arch, it'll be like a line or a streaking up or down. Typically, that's a moving fish. That's gonna be a catfish or a bass. Because typically, those two species of fish, especially in my lake, they don't allow you to just drive over them. That's a moving fish. He gonna get out the way. You can see the shadow of your boat. He's just gonna move. Now, crappie on the other hand, they'll sit and they'll just suspend. Even when you pass over them, they won't. A lot of times they won't move, especially if they're deeper than 10 feet deep. because of that reason, whenever I'm on the lake and I'm riding, cruising around looking, I'm looking for a perfect arch. Because that perfect arch lets me know that that fish hasn't moved. And so I'm gonna show y'all that. This is what I call a perfect arch. 2 crappie sitting at about 21 feet of water. And I move back, you can see there's another one there. And so when people ask, well, say, Anthony, when do you actually stop the fish? Well, if I see a suspended fish like that, and then my screen will be moving like this, and I see another one, that lets me know that there's more fish in the area, because I actually pass over those fish. Okay, now that we know we're in stable water, we found some fish, we saw some suspended crappie. Now, if you got LiveScope, you want to search around with your LiveScope. Now, a lot of people get distracted when using their LiveScope because they see so much fish. And my thing is, I'm not trying to catch a whole bunch of fish. I'm really trying to target one species and one particular type of fish, which is going to be a female crappie. Now, if you've seen my last video, I talked about the gestation period of a crappie is 7 months. That's a female crappie that's carrying eggs for 7 months. So my focus is on those females. Those are the bigger females. Those are the bigger crappie. And so I want to focus on them. Now, remember what I told you, it's the little things that matter. So let's think about this. When a woman gets pregnant, she realizes that she's not eating for herself anymore. She's eating for 2. Now, during that pregnancy, the doctor's going to tell her, hey, you got to eat certain foods, certain vegetables to keep, the pregnancy going well. Stay away from drinking and smoking and all that type of good stuff, because you want a healthy baby. Now, that rule kind of applies to these female crappie, except there's only one thing that you probably don't know. These fish, not only does the female fish need to eat more, she also has to get a lot of vitamin D. All right, where does vitamin D come from? The sun. So now when I get on the water, I know that the female crappie, she needs vitamin D. So that extra vitamin D, what it does is it helps develop the vessels around the eggs, gives more oxygen to produce those eggs, right? And so now I'm going to be looking for a female that's sunbathing, okay? And so instead of me looking for a whole bunch of fish across the water or groups of fish, no, I'm only looking for 1 or 2 fish that's higher in the water column that is sunbathing, because she needs the nutrients to have a successful spawning season. So I'm gonna get on the LiveScope and we're gonna look around and see if we can find some sunbathing female crappie. Let's get it. All right, so it is pretty windy out here, so I had to put this microphone on. Hopefully y'all can hear me and it ain't distorted with the wind. And so, like I was saying, I'm gonna get out on this LiveScope and I'm gonna look for females that's suspended higher in the water column, probably around 10 and 12, where sunlight can touch them and they're sunbathing. So I'm gonna let y'all see that. All right. This is what I'm looking for. See if I can see that. That fish is about 16 feet deep. Hopefully y'all can see that. That's basically what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a bunch of fish in the winter. I'm just looking for female fish that's trying to get that nutrition. There she is. See that? Trying to get that nutrition, that vitamin D. All right, we're just gonna see if this fish, if she'll hit. She's about 25 feet out that direction. She saw it. She moving towards it. Let's see if she hit it. She hit it. She hit it, y'all. Oh yeah. Good female. Come on up here. There we go. First fish. Caught her on what I call a glass minnow, which is pretty much clear with a glitter in it. Good female fish. Y'all see it? She was sitting there sunbathing. Hey, that's the first one in the box. Let's go look for some more. Y'all see it. All right, y'all, we have another fish sitting out there suspended, about 40 feet away. You can see if we can cast on her that direction. I'm letting it fall. She see it. Well, I'm gonna wind real slow and see if she hit it. She hit it. She hit it. I didn't think she was gonna hit it. Come on up here. It's another good one. Whew. We're gonna put her in the box. We got another one sitting out there. Y'all see that? About 15 feet below the surface. Another sunbather. See if we can catch. She's about 40 feet out. See if we can catch her. All right, so we're gonna try. She's 40 feet out there, that direction.
My cast was a little off. Let's try it again.
Try it again. That looked like a pretty decent cast. Okay, let it fall. She just saw it. She's following. Let's see if she hit it. Let's go real slow. Got her. She hit it. She hit it. Come on up here. Another good fish. Y'all see her. Good fish. Hey, we're gonna put her in the box. I thought that fish was moving. Let's try it again. Got it. Hit it. Oh. Come on up. All right. Y'all see her? Gonna put her in the box. We got another one suspended. Now, all my fish are in that 14 to 16 foot range. So I'm gonna just stay in that zone. Dropping down to her. Uh-oh, she saw it. See if she come back and hit it. Come on, get it, girl. Creeping her along. Got her. She hit it. Another good one. Come on up here. Come on up. Y'all see her. Another good fish. We're gonna put her in the box. $35 out. Right about 8 foot deep. That's a 4-second fall. She see it, she coming. Got her. Oh yeah. Come on up here, girl. Y'all see her. Good fish. Gonna put her in the box. Got another good sized fish. So spin it out here. See if we can get this jig in front of her. She saw it, she coming. Got her. It's like clockwork. Good fish too. Come on in here. Oh yeah. Good fish. Y'all see her. Well, let's get a weight on her just to see. Zeroed out. Almost look, see that? 1 pound, 12 ounces. Good fish. How many inches? Let's see. Almost 14 inches. Really good fish. We're gonna put her in the box. That's another one. Pretty fish.
Now, because it's winter time, I focus on the bigger fish. Let's say 12 and up.
Almost 12. It's a good eater fish. Just so y'all have a different view, I'm gonna put the active captain on, try to target a fish so y'all can see what I'm looking at. That fish is 10 foot down, 32 feet out. I'm gonna cast on him. Jig went right by that fish. Falling down to the fish. didn't move. Try that again. Falling. She saw it. All right, y'all got to see it. It's a good fish. It's probably about 12 and a half, 13. Right at 12. It's a good fish. We'll put her in the box. See another one out there? I'm gonna hit record so y'all can see it on the screen. You see it? She got it. Y'all see that? She's running all around too. Jig broke off in the mouth. Another big fish. Real good fish. Got a good belly on her. Y'all see it. Get a measurement on her. She is almost 14 inches. Y'all see it. Gonna put her in the box. Big pretty fish. See another one, I'm gonna let y'all see it. Fish didn't even move. Right close by the boat. Oh, she sees he coming for it. Got her. All right, another good one. Y'all see it. Put her in the box. All right, let's talk about common sense. If I done told you twice, that means I at least done told you once. No, seriously. In my last video, I talked about how the crappie gestation period is 7 months. That's important because a lot of people want to know, well, dog, how do you go out on the water and find where to start? Now, I said earlier that iron sharpens iron, so it's the little things that matter when it comes to finding and catching fish. Now, here's the thing. Think about this. There's rules to everything, right? And so in the winter going into the spawn, there's one important rule about spawning crappie. A crappie cannot lay their egg and have it hatch if the water temperature is not 65 degrees. Okay, because of that, you want to pay attention to the water temperature. The water temperature is going to let you know where you need to go out on your water. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a dirtbag out there saying, well, there ain't no rules to fishing. Check this out. It's a common sense rule. So say we have some chicken, right? If you don't, when you're cooking chicken and your internal temperature on that chicken ain't 165, guess what? You're gonna get sick, because the internal temperature of chicken has to be above 165 in order for it to be cooked completely. Same rules apply. The temperature has to be 65 degrees in order for a crappie egg to hatch. Knowing that fact, you can start breaking down where to go in your water. Now I have a method, I'll have to cut it to another video, that I call the 147 method. This is simple and easy to get you started to know where to look. And I don't care what Pastor Tommy or Grandma or Uncle Nettie told you about this bond in the winter. You gotta stick to these basic rules, these principles, and it's gonna definitely put you on fish. So I'm gonna roll that video and I'm gonna keep on fishing. I'm close to my limit. All right, family, it's a common sense method. If you can't find the fish, you definitely can't catch the fish. I created a method based off of my last video when we talked about crappie gestation period being 7 months. I call it the 147 method. Now, basically, it works through winter and spring, winter going to spring, and it's based off of a crappie's gestation period. What you have to remember is this. In the winter, the water is cold. 35-degree temps, you want to be on your main lake. As the water warms up, going towards the spring, 4 represents the middle of the gestation period, looking for 50-degree water. And then you're going to go towards your spawning. Your spawning temperature is 65 degrees. Now, a crappie egg cannot hatch unless the water temperature is 65 degrees. And so everything is based off of water temperature. I'm going to show you how I apply that. I had to pause the video. I had to find my markers. So back to what I was saying. You want to remember these 3 temperatures: 35, 50, and 65. So in the wintertime, the water's cold. You're going to be in your deep water looking for your crappie. As the water warms up and get to the 49, 50, you're going to start moving into the coals where they're going to eventually go to a spawning flat. Now what that looks like, I guess I'll draw a little lake. I'm going to adjust the camera some so you can kind of see it. All right, so let's just say this is your main water. Y'all got to forgive my drawing. I'm drawing on a freezer. Main water, and so the main water has arms, right? Let's just say it has arms like this right here. This is your deep water. Forgive the writing. This is my deep water. So wintertime, if the water temperature is 35 degrees, guess what? Your fish is out in the main lake. Now, as the water heats up, say from going into 40s and 50s, 50 degrees right here. 50 degrees. This is where you want to start looking. Now, when the spawn actually takes place, guess what? This is where you're going to be looking. Here, 65 degrees. Same thing here. This right here is 65 degrees. This right here is 65 degrees. We're gonna call that pockets. We're gonna say 50, 50, and we'll say 35. 35 would be the main lake. All right? And so it applies to a lake, reservoirs, ponds, same concept. Deep water, when the water is the coldest, and as the water heats up, you're just gonna cut it and divide it. Whatever the water temperature is, you can literally look at your map and say, okay, we know this is the spawning area, and we know the fish want to go from here to there, but the water temperature has to be in line. And so if the water temperature is 50 here, you're gonna just split the difference. You're going to, instead of searching out here, you're going to be searching from here to here. In the video that I was fishing, I think the water temperature was like 51 degrees. And so I wasn't in the spawning ground, but I was outside the spawning area where, you know, I was halfway there. That's how I approach any lake. The first thing I'm gonna ask a person when they say, man, I can't find a fish, and I say, what's the water temp? I'll say, oh, the water temp 47. And I go, okay, what arm are you fishing? They say, oh, I'm fishing the right arm. 47, that means I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna stay in the mouth and towards deep water. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. I'll pull up an actual contour map of the lake and I'll show you that same example. But this is really simple. Everything is based off of water temperature. As long as you follow your temperatures, you're gonna always find your fish. You're gonna run into them. You can either get ahead of them or you get behind them. But everything is based off of water temps. Looking at the map, the red zone represents the spawning areas. The water temperature was around 49 degrees. You can see my little boat icon right there in the green. I didn't go no further back. I stayed in that 4 zone. The light blue represents 1, green represents 4, and the red represents 7. That's where I went to look, and that's how I found them. You know, I hear too many people talking about, well, I remember last year, February 15th, they was up in this pocket. The crappie don't move according to months. They move according to water temperature. That's the rules. Stick to the rules, you're gonna always find a fish. Water temperature will always tell you how far to go back into a cove to look. Simple as that. Now that I think you might have a good understanding of it, hey, back to the video. If you're not a dirtbag and you enjoy all the information I'm putting out, consider donating to my channel. I'm gonna leave a little scanner that you can scan with your cell phone to go straight to the link. I appreciate you. At the end of the day, water is water. If you can boil an egg at 180 degrees here in North Carolina, that same egg, you can take it to Alaska and it'll boil at 180 degrees. The rules are simple. Follow the rules, stick to it, you're gonna find fish. Now back to fishing. I got one more to catch, and then I'm getting up out of here. Got another one at 45 feet out. Got her. Y'all see her. It's a good fish. It's about 12 inches. We're gonna let it go. Got him. Missed it a lot just now. This fish. Oh, big fish. Big fish. That's bigger. Look at that. Look at that belly. Female. Get a measurement. This is the last fish. I can go home and clean some fish. 13 and a half. Y'all see it.
Gonna put her in the box.
Just a quick recap before I get off this water. You want to practice that 147 method I showed. You also only want to target these suspended fish that's trying to get that vitamin D. I think I covered everything that I needed to cover. If you enjoyed this video, give the video a thumbs up like normal. I'm gonna be working on the next video when I see 3,000 thumbs up, just like the last video. I appreciate everybody's support for what I'm doing. It gets tough sometimes. This winter has been pretty tough. Had pneumonia that turned into COVID, was battling that, but I'm good now. I got a lot of things that's coming up. I'm going to show y'all how to use live bait. A lot of people want to transition from minnow fishing to jig fishing, but there's an easy way to do it. I'm going to teach that in upcoming episodes. I couldn't be doing this without y'all. And so with that being said, hey, y'all be blessed. Now, y'all know I wouldn't end this video without at least showing y'all some good big ones. Let me get this net.
This net out of here. Oh! I mean some big ones. Y'all see them. Big ones. Look at that. That's a basket of 14s and 15s.
Now, I did find a couple of 2-pounders. I don't know if I got the weight on camera, but y'all see them. I do this to encourage you to go out and get you some food, get you some. It's real simple. A lot of people try to make it harder than what it really is. Stick to the basics and remember that iron sharpens iron. Keep the keynotes and you can do it. Y'all be blessed.